Well, well, well. Welcome back. We're back in Blake Manor for the upcoming Séance of Blake Manor. And last episode took a little bit of a twist, and we've ended up with all of the staff in one room. What did we find out? I should have thought about this before I started pressing record, but here we are. Mrs. Joyce was the one who hired us to come here. She actually felt bad that Evelyn Dean had been kidnapped, whisked away, disappeared by whatever malevolent forces are happening during this seance. But when we spoke to her and she said something like, you know, talk to the staff and stuff, and we're all here, they all started speaking in unison in a manner, a Blake manner, that suggested, I think, it's a few days now, but as far as I remember, that Walter Blake, the young man who's secluded in the house, is in some kind of supernatural control of the staff. We've had a couple of instances where people have been speaking with a voice that isn't their own. Doyle in particular, I think we had a bit of a conversation with him, if not last episode, the episode before. I think it might have been last episode, where he did keep, when we pushed him on things like Gnosticism and mystical things, he drifted into this possessed voice that made him uncomfortable and he wasn't really aware of. But yes, they all did start speaking together. So there's something sinister going on. I think a few episodes ago I talked about how I'd been thinking for a while that one of the staff, I think, is the culprit. Because we knew so little about them and they were being so shady and a lot of their information was being hidden from us. So it was kind of, what would you call it? On two fronts, I kind of thought they might have been responsible. I was like, based on how they're acting and their mannerisms and things, I believed it. And also based on sort of a game design aspect, the information being hidden from us, to be able to do a rug pull and be like, aha, it was actually Saoirse Murphy. But now I'm drifting away from that. I'm drifting away because of what just happened and towards Walter Blake, which kind of makes sense on both accounts, because in the game he's the one that's been hidden from us the most, and we're not gonna get access to him until 8 p.m, which is 1 hour before the seance. We're going to go to the silent dinner, and I think Mrs. Joyce is going to slip us a key to the residence, while Mr. Blake, the Marquess, is going to be at the silent dinner. Basically, everyone's going to be at the silent dinner, particularly the Marquess, which is going to give us 1 hour to sneak to the residence and find out what we can and maybe confront Walter Blake. In the meantime, us going into the women's dormitory in the basement and having this conversation that we just had with all of the staff has pushed us to be able to hypothesize about Doyle and confront Murphy. So let's... where are we now? I was going to say, let's go have a look at these two people and see what's opened up. But also a bunch of other stuff has opened up because we was trapped in a... Doesn't really have a cutscene, but it's a conversation, I guess. The conversation is the equivalent of the cutscenes in this game. I suppose there are some cutscenes, but they're more like comic book panels. Sorry, waffling on there, but I like to use it to remind myself of where I am, as well as you, even if you went from one episode to the next and there's only been like a few seconds between them. I like to know that I'm on the same page. Oh yeah, so I've written down hypothesis Doyle, hypothesis basement, which is what we're on now. I don't know what I'm going to focus on first. Confront Murphy. I'll remind myself about where we are with that. Look through the evidence from the staff discussion, the thing I just talked about, the conversation we just had, and then I've just got Walter in control, question mark. So let's look through this. So we did search the women's dormitory. We did find the shaky symbols, and that's what got us into Joyce's trunk. We had to brute force it slightly, but I think that might have been okay. Yeah, we got into that. The steward of the manor. And what's the link say? Within the lockbox, I discovered it was Caitlin Joyce who hired me. The other staff were unaware, but nonetheless concerned about Miss Dean's disappearance. Everything is leading me to the home of the Blakes. Mrs. Joyce will get me the key at the silent dinner. Now, this is the creepy bit. It would seem the staff were experiencing shared thoughts. The staff all spoke in unison when pressed about the Blake family. I'm going to do the hypothesis, but first I'm going to go into... new things opened up. Okay, we'll do that in a sec as well. I'm going to go into my people that we've got some leads on. Let's start with Saoirse Murphy. I don't remember doing the think. I feel like if we'd done the think, it would have led us to the confront anyway, but let's... You know what I mean? Like, we do the hypothesis inside this display, I guess, inside the mystery map. So I don't know why this wouldn't have appeared. What did we do? Saoirse Murphy's goal is to talk with Father Sinnott to learn about her child now that Miss Dean can't help. We did do that. We did do that ourselves. So now I can confront her about it. I wonder why this didn't appear. But that's fine. That's fine. And then Doyle... we get to form a hypothesis. So shared thoughts. Right. So what are the mysteries about Doyle from which you're going to form a hypothesis? He's self-medicating. He's a Gnostic. Kind of... oh yeah, what was happening to him? He was connected to Father Sinnott. They both believe in this Black Iron prison thing. He was speaking in kind of possessed tones before. He was bunking Evelyn Dean. And he hadn't done much travelling, but he planned to. I'm not really sure what his hypothesis is going to be, other than he's somewhat possessed. What is it that he wants? I'm going to find out. I'm going to see if the template helps me. Seamus Doyle's goal was to blank blank, but he blank due to the blank, and now he wants to blank. Seamus Doyle's goal was to travel Europe, but he... something due to the seance, and now he wants to... I'm not sure. He did want to travel Europe, but he can't, maybe. Maybe it's just as simple as can't, due to the possession seance, and now he wants to find a way out. I don't know. Let's see. I'm quite even though I'm aware of a lot of Seamus Doyle's stuff, I'm not quite clear what this is going to be. So let's find out. Seamus Doyle's goal was to... okay, not travel. Leave... leave his faith? Steal... so this is going to be due to the manor's effects. This is the one I'm having the most strong with. And now he wants to... leave. So maybe he didn't want to travel Europe. Maybe he wants to travel Europe now because... was to save... Eon, but he forgot due to the manor's effects, I think. Save Eon? Hide Eon. I'm unsure. I'm going to go with this. He's got... oh, this is going to be save. Help Eon? Maybe help Eon. I don't know if Eon needs saving. So Seamus's goal was to help Eon, but he forgot due to the manor's effects, and now he wants to leave. If that's true, is Eon responsible for keeping our wider beast. I can't remember what it was, but the blacksmith beast that we think is trapped between worlds, can't get through the portal in the way that the people that were kidnapped can, the portal in the hedge maze. Is Eon the person responsible for trapping the beast? And so if people with the Gnostic faith are actually helping Eon, perhaps they're getting in the way of the beast. And so, I don't know. Let's find out. What if? No, this doesn't seem right. Okay. Maybe it's to help Father Sinat. Maybe I need to go into this a bit more. Maybe I've forgotten what went on between those two. What if? Okay. Close, because I think Father Sinat is linked to Eon as well. As I was saying this stuff with Ian, I was unsure whether they like Eon or they don't like Eon, because Eon is the person or the entity forming the Black Iron Prison that they consider to be hell on earth. Like the current realm is some kind of hell. Anyway, that's where we are. Now say it out loud.
Mr. Doyle seems to have forgotten that he originally came here under Father Sinat's command. I should find and confront him about this.
Okay. Whiffed a little bit on that one, but Doyle has been someone who I've sort of dipped in and out of over the course of almost the entire game and never really had a strong handle on in the way that I did for some of the others. Okay. Now. Although I don't think I whiffed the hypothesis as much as I whiffed someone recently, where I knew what was going on and I kept typing in the wrong thing. Anyway, Doyle.
Hello again, sir. Need something?
I've just realised I haven't actually done the basement stuff, but I'll do these two first. I'll confront both of them. Then we'll go into the basement menu and hypothesize there, and that maybe should give us a clue. Maybe I should get the clue first before I talk to people.
I'll leave you.
Yeah, all right.
I'll get the clue first. Is this the basement? Okay. I mean, I don't know what the hypothesis for the basement could be. What has been happening in the basement is... I mean, we haven't been to a lot of these places. Okay, yeah. Something sinister, malevolent, supernatural has affected the staff, and now they're speaking as one when asked about the Blakes. Strange will do. Has affected the staff, and now they're speaking in unison when asked about the Blake family. There we go. That's probably it, isn't it? What if? I know what happened here.
It seems like the staff are in some kind of half-trance.
Sure does.
They seem compos mentis until interrogated about the Blake family. At which time they have a shared, almost catatonic stock response.
Have I asked any of the rest of the staff about the Blake family, like just on their own? Just talking to them one-on-one?
What does this episode teach me?
Oh, here we go. So, I went on for 3 or 4 minutes at the beginning of this episode about how I think the staff are now innocent, so I'm going to go with that. I don't think we can say the Blakes are behind it all, because it could be a supernatural force working to keep the Blakes shielded for whatever reason. But I think they're innocent because they are clearly being manipulated.
Since the housekeeper hired me, that rules her out. Why bring in an investigator to stop your own scheme? Their speaking in unison means either all the staff are involved or none of them are. As if fake. They all had to be faking it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if she is ruled out, they all must be.
You're a clever man, Ward.
I have picked up another fact about the culprit. I wonder if there's anyone I could eliminate as a result. And if not, what investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts about the suspects?
Okay. I've learned that Mrs. Joyce hired me, and the staff are not involved in Miss Dean's disappearance. Little achievement there. Upstairs, downstairs. Very nice. Ding. Right, so before we do all of that, let's go to the culprit. So we should have, they are not staff. So we can go, this is a very easy one. Bam. Bam, what do you got here? You're not staff. Staff. Bam. You're off my list. Farley. Bam, you're off my list. Even though there's something weird about you. Maybe it's the fact that you're possessed. So who's left in the frame? Mantovani. Yeah, there's nothing yet based on these facts that we can rule out. Only 2 more facts left to get. She is magic. She might know the grounds. It seems unlikely based on what we know about her, but she might know the grounds. We haven't ruled it out. Who else has still not got an X? Now, there's a chance I may have X'd someone who didn't deserve the X. So at some point we'll go through it again. I think we've done it before, but just to double check, I think it's important that the X's only come, at this point at least, we might have to do some fudging, from the facts that are specifically in their info box here. I think. We have a lot more information about them, but I think the things that are facts about them that we unlock, basically this screen is the screen I think where we corroborate things and we know whether to X them or not. I think going into them and like poking around their thing I think isn't the point. I think it's these specific things. So this makes me think, okay, maybe I should find out more about Mantovani, because I only know half the things we could know about her. So either we talk about her about things, or we find things in her room. There's definitely things we can interrogate to get information out of her. And maybe we need to talk to her in a way that gets her to open up about these specific things. Anyway, I'm not going to do all that now. Blake, still on the list. We don't know if he uses magic or not. Coventry, still on the list. No prehistory of Miss Dean. Christian, he can write. He has studied the manor. Don't know about magic. But there's 2 more facts about him. So it's kind of it. So it's Blake, and Coventry. And Mantovani, I guess. Yes, okay. So we're down to 4 people. Interesting. Anyway, let's do some... Bing. Let's do some confronting then.
Hello again, sir. Need something?
Yes. Now, if you could manage to stay in your own head for a minute while I confront you. Your goal was to help Father Sinnott, but you forgot due to the manor's effects. And now you want to leave.
What? Oh, God. It's all coming back to me now.
That's right. Look how big your hands are. Those are big hands, right? I'm not... I mean, compared to his head, I guess they're about... Anyway, sorry.
Oh, I do work for Sinnott. Or I did. I came and took the old porter's job when he was let go for misconduct. When was that? A year ago? I don't really know. The last few months are hazy.
Okay.
I was to map the grounds, find the Eon, and bring Sinnott here to free it from its prison.
Okay, so you have mapped the grounds.
Things are foggy here. I forgot all this. I don't think it was the drink, drugs, or even Miss Dean that did that. I was using all that to cover up the confusion. Confusion caused by this place. This place was protecting itself from me, from Sinnott.
So, I'm going to read the information about the Eon again, if not in the mysteries menu, maybe in the library, just to remind myself of where we are with that. Because, so freeing the Eon from the Blackgate prison is antithetical to whatever the beast in the dreams wants. I'll double check why that is.
Why talking to you has brought it all back, but I'm glad that it has.
We are pretty good at that. We are pretty good at snapping people out of it, and I don't know if that's just because it's the act of talking about it that boom fires off the right synapses, or there's something specific about us there's an extra quality to us that we don't know yet, because it seems there is something to us, I think, because we get dragged into the dreams. There's something about our brother and this. I don't know. I'm thinking, but maybe there is something specific about us.
What now?
Yeah, what now? I don't care about that old life. Doesn't feel like mine anymore.
Okay, but what action can we do to draw a line under that?
But I don't want this life either. I was thinking of going away, but something's been stopping me. But not anymore. Now I can move on from all this. Once I get my pay for this weekend, I'm leaving to see the world.
Good.
Shove that seance. I'm not going. And tell Father Sinnott that I'm sorry, but he's on his own.
Oh, okay. Wow, we didn't have to do anything for him. We just had to speak to him. We just had to confront him. Mr. Doyle has unburdened himself of his Gnostic history and duty and will leave after the seance to travel the world. Mr. Doyle will no longer be attending the seance. So look at that. How many people's worth of goo is left? 2? Yeah, we didn't have an action, which is interesting. Whoa, creepy. Mr. Doyle has asked me to tell Father Sinnott that he's abandoning their Gnostic quest. So we don't even need to do that to free Mr. Doyle. He's like, I'm leaving whatever you do, but, tell him anyway. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right? Those are the only people left. Oh, no, and Varley. So we've got 4 people's goo left to get, although I don't know if we're going to get Walter Blake. We've got 4 people still on the slate as suspects. So it's Coventry, Blake, and Blake are in both sets, and then Varley is in the goo set and Mantovani is in the suspect set. As far as I am considered. Okay, Murphy, while we're here, let's confront you two.
Sir?
Your goal is to talk with Father Sinnott to learn about your child, now that Miss Dean can't help.
You... But how did you... Oh, Lord. You know. You know about my little girl. You know I was learning magic so I could see her. You... Oh, Mrs. Joyce was right, wasn't she? Oh, when she found out, she...
Miss, it's all right. You're not in any trouble. Not at all. Miss Dean was teaching you, wasn't she?
I thought we were doing so well. And then she just left. I can't do anything without her.
Oh, jeez.
With her gone, I thought Father Sinnott might know something about my daughter. Or he might know someone who does, but I can't ask. I've tried. I can't make myself do it. I can't say the words. What if he says no?
Okay. I mean, we can do it.
I don't know what I'd do then. I just want to know she's all right.
If you'd like, I can ask him for you.
Yeah.
You would do that? You have no idea what that would mean to me.
I can certainly see about it, miss.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, sir. Here, in case this helps, a picture of my girl. Thank you. Please, don't lose it, sir. It's all I really have of her.
I won't. I promise.
Okay. Okay, writing it down. Okay. So heavy. There's a lot of heaviness in some of these storylines. So there's a couple of things with Sinnott, Doyle, and Murphy. Okay. I'm also just gonna double check what I know about the Eon. Tricky place. Ireland. Now, is there anything else we wanted to know at this point from these people? Let's look at Saoirse. Miss Dean has started to teach her magic. Okay. I mean, I guess the facts aren't important right now because we've already ruled her out, but good to know. 6 out of 8, 2 out of 9, 5 out of 8, 4 out of 8. Okay. Okay. And we got more stuff going on in the basement that we need to deal with. I don't know where we are right now, actually. Oh, we're all just gathered in the servants' hall. Oh, we couldn't go in there before. Where were we? We were in the women's dorm, and we hadn't been in the servants' hall. So this is new. So we can look around here, actually. How much time have we got in this hour? So I'm all afluster now. Everything's moved. We thought about seeing Barbosa in the telegraph room, but I don't know how unnecessary that is. Coventry's in the walled garden. Have we spoken to him this hour? God, I feel like so much has happened. What do we want to speak to him about? Yes, we have, because he was standing near Lau and MacLeod, I think. And we finish off this story. Wow, did we do that in this hour? So we did Lau and MacLeod and Hunter in this hour. We then... God, what did we do? I'm aware it's been like half an hour and I haven't moved, but that's fine. I think we then I think we did Joyce in this hour as well, didn't we? I think we finished up Joyce. And obviously Doyle we just finished up, and Murphy we're in the process of. Like, a lot has happened in 34 minutes of the game. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is cute. What is this? Cute little calendar. God, I remember like soap packaging that looks like that. I'll have a look at this. Okay. An advertisement for a local dance happening next week. Okay. A note stating that all staff will be needed on site for the duration of the ball. Okay, we had the ball. Seems that everyone is pulling their weight down here. A list of local tradesmen's addresses in case of repairs. A shopping list. This seems the important thing. A calendar from a local business. So we're here, 31st. A strange note. I wonder what it means. I'll make a record of it. Apostle vine. I'm going to write it down in the right way round. Apostle vine Is that German? The way it's like Wein? Hoping you can all read that backwards like I can. Okay. That seems like everything. Maybe it's best I move on and not push my luck by being here any longer. It's okay, they know I'm here. They absolutely know I'm here. Oh, I know what I was going to do before I did anything else. I was going to go to the evidence board. So what have we found? We found this. That's what led us to Doyle. I can discuss it with her, but I think she'll just say, yeah, I hired you. Shared thoughts. Blake family. Why is this moved up? I swear Blake family existed in the evidence pile already. Okay, so I can tell Father Sinnott about this. And this is a Murphy. Wow, she's older than I thought she would be. Murphy's child. Considering the crib, but I wonder if she was just in the crib while she was a baby or an infant, and then this picture was sent later, maybe. I don't know. Although that looks more like a Blake Manor picture than a Magdalen Laundry picture. I don't know. Sad story. Okay. And that's a clue, but we can't discuss it with anyone. Great. So it seems to think that is all of the servants' halls that I can... Wow, and the... Just a second. I'll go back into the basement again. The basement's ticked off. So... It doesn't care about me searching the manager's living quarters, which I don't think I have a key. Not yet. Do we have any leads on that? Where's my key page? Nope. Got the women's dorm though. Can tick that off. Okay. Okay. Why am I talking with the pen in my mouth? Okay. Fine. So the game seems to think we are done with the basement. Wow, it just opened and closed like that. Staff rota. We can look at some more towels. I mean, we've looked at some towels, but have we looked at all the towels? Maybe not. Hearth. I don't think. Right. I think the game seems to think we are done here. I know I'm flashing everything. Ooh, what's all this? That's a trolley. Yeah, that's fine. I think that was the trolley that Joyce and Murphy were pushing around. Okay. Great. They're all in there. With the staff's go ahead to look around, I don't think I have to be as cautious as before. Let's go in then. Creepy. Okay, should we look for this apostle vine? Okay, what we got? I'm not going to click on every crate of wine, but I'm going to click on one crate of wine just to see. This crate looks to be mostly white wines. Okay. That doesn't look like white wine, but okay. Okay. That's definitely red wine. Okay, that's fine. Let's go down this side and then up this side. That makes more sense. That's a candelabra. Do we care about that? Not really. Let's click on one barrel. Full of wine, I'm sure. Or perhaps it's beer. Great. Great, you sure know your stuff. Why is this one? I'm going to click on it. I'm going to be annoyed if there's nothing to it. Half empty by the sounds of it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Next one. Nothing. Ooh. What's the combination for this, I wonder? I don't know. I don't know. Do I know? Do I know? Is it Leviticus 20:27? So it's not that. God, we still need to figure out what the hell this is about. Okay. I wonder if that number will be in Varley's. No, I don't think there's anything. No. Okay, but at least we've logged it as something to... There's a key. There's a key. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to write key in wine cellar behind padlock. Okay. Right, we're on the case. Don't you worry, we're on the case. There we go. Apostle Vine. 1787. Come on. Oh. Come on. It's got to be 1787, right? That's pretty slow. I wonder if I can use my mouse, actually. Nope, just as slow. Come on. Oh, that's not it. Damn, that felt good though, right? I'm not crazy. That felt good. 1787. Is that what I typed in? I'm not going to type all of these in, but it feels like it might be one of those. 1787. But backwards, because Apostle Wine was written backwards, right? Right? So, come on, Stuart. Think, you fool. (1787). Apostle Wine was written backwards, so the code is going to be backwards, and so... Okay, good, good. I like feeling clever. Oh, that's loud. Sorry, 1 second. I need to just look at something in real life. Okay. Notes. Well, let's get the key first. A small key. Small enough to go unmissed, one would hope. The label says, Manager's Quarters. You know, I'm going to cross it off. Because I've been after that for a while. Now, will Varley's Quarters give us Varley's safe code? That's my question. This seems like everything. Maybe it's best I move on. Not push my luck by being here any longer than I need to be. Blah, 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 blah. Do I want to look at this? I got time. A list of places in the manor, all struck off. Is somebody looking for something? Great. Flash, flash, flash. Jesus Christ. Jesus, that scared me. Hello? Hello? Okay. That's alarming. I don't think there's anything in here that we need, but... Was that a ghost? They've all closed. They've all closed. Wow. Why? Why? Okay. Manager's Quarters it is then. I mean... Seems like there's someone on the other side. Okay, well, who's on the other side? Don't have to be as cautious as before. Okay. Okay, they've all gone. That's a meal. Okay, right, fine. They've all gone. So Varley's back in his room, I guess. So Varley Quarters. Add that to the list of things to do. Apostle Wine, tick off. Key in wine cellar, tick off, because we did that immediately. Because we're clever. Yes, everyone has returned from whence they came. Maybe they returned as soon as they left the room. Did the wine cellar... Did the wine cellar, like, shut itself down because we'd completed it all? And the game decided to do it in a spooky way? Or, I don't know. Okay, so let's... maybe go and find Sinnott, who I think might be in the library. Because what else are we going to do? And while we're in the library... while we're in the library, we can just quickly read up on the Eon again. I know we've done it before. We might have done it twice, but seeing as we've got information about it, I just want to be clear in my head about the whole lore to everything. Do you remember when that statue moved? I mean, statues haven't moved since, but I'm still quite wary of them. Okay. Let's make our way to the library. Drawing room. Ballroom. Okay, once again, slightly unclear of what I'm doing. Because I've kind of... I know what I haven't done. I know what I haven't done. This. I haven't clicked on that. Investigate the Blake residence. Go to the silent dinner. But only to get the key. God, how much of this time am I going to spend in the silent dinner, though? We're in a bit of a strange position now, because it's 4:41. Silent dinner's at 8. And I'm not entirely sure what to do in the meantime. I'm definitely going to try and make some headway on finding facts about Coventry, Mantovani, and probably Blake. Maybe I'll ask him about magic. But I don't know. Maybe we're going to have to stretch some time out, or pick carefully when we're going to skip forward. What's happening on the timetable? There's a talk. I can go to a talk. Blake moves to the drawing room. He goes to... I'm guessing that's his own room? And then at 6 o'clock, some more hedge scrying I can catch up on. Maybe I'll keep an eye on that. But again, not a lot on. And then there could be people in the bar. I don't think there's anyone in the bar right now. And then the silent dinner. So it's all going to kind of motor on, I think. I think we're sort of drawing towards the end. But I am going to use this time to go on a fact-finding mission. Anyway, library. Library. This has been mainly me talking, I'm aware, rather than acting. But we're bringing everything together now. Father Sinnott, I've got so many things to say to you. Let's start with Doyle.
Yes, my child.
Mr. Doyle has asked me to tell Father Sinnott he's abandoning the Gnostic quest. I've spoken with Mr. Doyle. Oh? I know you two are working on something here at the manor, but he's decided to remove himself from the task. He asked me to pass on this message to you. I see. I suspected as much. I knew him, you know. I married his parents and baptized him as a baby. He was a good boy, a devout boy. I asked him to help with some church business, but I did not know what this place would do to him. He's changed. Lost. I see now and accept that I did that to him by sending him here. I understand, and I respect his need to be free. Hopefully he'll return in time, on his own terms. And your task? I'll try to carry on alone, I suppose. Humanity will not save itself, and Jesus had no company up on his cross. We shall see. Now we got a hypothesis on you, eh? I don't think I realised we hadn't finished you, Father Sinnott. I must have missed your absence of a tick when I was doing it a few, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. What's his hypothesis going to be as we continue to motor through these people? Father Sinnott, along with Doyle, came to Blake Manor to free the Eon from the Iron Prison, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's it. The martyr's an interesting thing, though. Whatever Father Sinnott's plans to save humanity are, he intends to carry on with or without Mr. Doyle. The Eon is a Gnostic angel, and the Black Iron Prison is their interpretation of hell, which is this material plane we're all in now. Without Doyle's help, Father Sinnott is determined to proceed with his plans alone, but doesn't seem able for it at his age. Perhaps I can convince him to halt his plans for his own sake. The martyr angle suggests he needs to die to make that happen, but I'm not sure about that. I'm going to actually ask him before I go into the hypothesis.
Yes.
Your task. Have you decided what you want to do now? Without Mr. Doyle, it will be hard, but I shall have to carry on alone. He may have succumbed to the Demiurge's tricks, but that is all the more reason to push on and free us all, no? What choice does one really have? Alright. Something deathly. Father Sinnott's goal is to something deathly by freeing an Eon from the catacombs or Iron Prison. Black Iron Prison. Okay. I think this is going to be freeing an Eon from the Black Iron Prison. Now, save humanity, I think. I think that's the whole basis of his Gnosticism. What if I know what happened here?
Father Sinnott believes he can save humanity here. I should find and confront him about this.
Yes, my
Yes,
child.
my child.
Your goal is to save humanity by freeing an Eon from the Black Iron Prison.
If you have worked all that out, then you understand, yes?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't completely understand. But let's assume I do understand. What do you think I think?
I believe I do.
You know what lies deep beneath this complex, and what needs to be done.
Again, why don't you tell me?
I...
Mr. Ward is confused as I am.
Good, good. For the mind is willing, but the body is weak. I was unsure I could do this alone.
And this exactly is...
But no, we cannot discuss this here. Come to my room.
Yes, Catholic priest. I'm on my way.
I have no idea how an Aeon came to be trapped under this complex, but nothing else explains all the strange behavior here.
Okay.
Ghosts? What are ghosts? A breaking of the fundamental rules of the universe. Time marches on, entropy moves forward, life becomes death.
Just to interrupt the flow of things here, you know what I find most scary about ghosts as a concept? Not that I believe in ghosts, but if ghosts were a concept, and we became ghosts after we died, I think most people think about ghosts in a very here and now kind of way. So you die, you become a ghost, you float around kind of invisible and indetectable to humanity, and you know, whatever you're doing, like maybe you're tethered to a house, maybe you're not, whatever, but you continue to exist in ghostly form, which is fine in some respects. But then I think about things like, let's not think about it in terms of tens, hundreds of years. Let's think about it in terms of billions of years. Let's think about it when the Earth gets destroyed. Let's think about it when there's the heat death of the universe and you're just floating around in nothingness for an infinite amount of time. That sounds awful. That's what scares me about ghosts. If I become a ghost and I'm stuck in space with nothing interesting around me for billions of years, that is what horrifies me. Maybe I should write a story about that. Sounds awful. Be a metaphor for capitalism.
But here, it is riddled with ghosts and other aberrations. Why? Because the Aeon's presence warps reality around it. Think, child. It is a being of pure creation, absolute power.
I mean, you're making a logical leap, but carry on.
Why then can't it leave?
Because?
Why indeed? It must be trapped. Trapped, like us, in the black iron prison. Perhaps by the Demiurge itself.
I'm going to look up Demiurge in the library as well, because I've also forgotten what that is.
Whatever the reason, we must free it. And I know how.
We were just in the library and you took me out of it. Okay, as we expected... I don't know if we expected the Aeon was trapped in the Black Iron Prison. We expected something was trapped in the Black Iron Prison.
Many good believers died to help me bring this magic up from the cold, dark depths of the Eisressenfeld caverns.
I don't know if I've heard the word Eisressenfeld before in this game.
The night I read about the caverns' discovery, caverns of ice found so out of place in Austria, I had a fever dream.
Okay.
Miles inside its interior, I saw an altar of ice. The answer, I knew, was there.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to Austria, so where's this going?
We left at once, but it took months of digging, climbing, and searching to find the frozen shrine, buried far beyond what von Postlett-Zorich had discovered of the caves.
Did Austria exist at this point? I thought it was Austro-Hungary, but maybe there was a place known as Austria in Austro-Hungary. It's very confusing. I mean, Europe is a whole moving mass of borders.
It was not so grand now, having melted after who knows how long. But there I found it. Behold!
Okay.
The Aeon killing sigil!
Why do your pecs look like that? Are you very skinny and those are like you're clinging to your ribs, or are you pulling your skin with your fingers? What is happening here? Did you scarify yourself with the sigil? Or did it appear?
Worry not, child. I see the look in your eye. The fear of killing such a being.
I thought you were going to free it.
But you can only kill its mortal shell, that which is used to anchor it to this place.
Right.
In truth, all you will do is set it free.
Right, okay. I was like, am I following this? But I am following this. It's fine. You are setting it free.
And once freed, it will return to Monad and tell them of this place, this realm of rotten debauchery.
Is that good? Is the mortal shell Walter Blake?
Once the true God knows of us and our plight in this prison, and of our dedication and kindness in freeing its Aeon, it will come. It will save us. And we will be free.
Okay. Okay. Once freed, it will return to Monad and tell them this place. And is Monad the true God? I feel we've looked up Gnosticism a couple of times and I have forgotten all of this.
you telling me this? Showing me this?
This is a good question.
I am not sure I have much left in me. At all. And now, Seamus is gone. You know of the Aeon, the prison, our condemnation here, and now you have the sigil.
Yep. Okay. We've also got a new fact, which we need to double check.
Perhaps you can succeed where Seamus and I have failed.
I mean, I hope I don't have to kill Walter Blake, because that seems dark.
Go, child. Find the Aeon and free it. Free us all.
Where the hell am I? Well, quite.
Now, if you could excuse me. I am so tired. I do not think I have this evening's seance in me.
But that was the whole reason you came. I mean, I'm glad, because you're going to give us the spooky goo, but... Mystery solved. Father Sinnott will no longer be attending the seance. Father Sinnott has passed the Eon-killing sigil and all that it represents onto me. Look at that. There was a lot of this game when I thought we wouldn't get anywhere close to this much goo. And we are like 1 or 2 goos away from draining that machine. The world can certainly be a callous place, but prison is a bit of a stretch. That sigil, though. Father Sinnott seems convinced it was designed to kill an Eon. Yet it looks so familiar to those I found throughout this house. I assume those sigils were some form of Irish pagan magic. But then how did this one end up in Austria for Father Sinnott to find? All good questions. I can't believe you're in a room with a bloody freaky angel outside. Okay. Okay. Let's review. This is interesting. So, Doyle didn't have an act. He just went straight to conclusion. Father Sinnott has an act, but he's given it to me in faith, which is interesting because he's a priest, but he doesn't need me to do the act for him to have reached his conclusion. He's like, I trust you to go and do this for me, and I consider myself out of it, which is interesting. So we've got this skull. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Skull. Father Sigil claims to have the ability to kill a powerful otherworldly entity's body, thus freeing its soul. Miss Dean's note in her grimoire translates this name as release. Now, where was that? Is that in the haunting? The dream, maybe? No. The chase? I always forget where this is. Maybe the trail. It's a more vertical one. And it has the... Oh my god. Did we... Here we go. This. So it's not open, it's not close. It's release. We haven't... I don't think we've seen anything with this on it, but we can always... Anything else in here? Not really. What facts did we learn? He shared a powerful sigil with me. It's not really a fact, but I guess he knows magic. Doesn't matter, we've ticked him off. Why are you in exclamation mark? Okay, so now he really is out of the the spooky goo loop. Right, well, I mean, that's as good a time as any to call it an episode, I think. I think we only moved the clock forward like 9 minutes or something, but quite a lot happened in those 9 minutes. I mean, we got the goo from 2 people. We've got an act for her. We've got an act for him. I wonder if we have to actually do this, or if it just becomes part of the wider mission. And Walter Blake, what is your deal? Okay, good place to stop. Good episode. Lots of information, lots of pondering more than anything. We've got some things ahead of us. I can cross off Sinnott here. I'm going to do a little bit of library work just to catch up on the Eon and the Demiurge and all that, because I think that's going to become important. I think that's part of the wider thing tying it in together. What we've still got hanging over our heads is need to get into Varley's quarters. We need to chase this up, which essentially is figure out what the hell this means. We also need to get more facts from people so we can chase up our investigation. Right? Right. This we can't chase up until 8 o'clock, but this I think we can make some work on maybe. And then this. Oh, bloody Sinnott. Right? I don't think we can go in here because he's in his room, but yeah, he won't like it if I just walk in there. Ah! Okay, we need to finish off Sinnott's Murphy storyline, and then we'll get some more goo out of that. But that's it. Okay, cool. Did you enjoy that? I hope you did, because I did. I'm a bit amped up. I didn't play this for a couple of days, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, I really want to play this. I really want to just get back into it. And I'm like, no, I'll wait, because I'll get too ahead of myself, and then I quite like being fairly in a rhythm with like recording and releasing. So it's now, I'm recording on a Monday, this is going to come out on a Friday. So I'm a little bit ahead, but still, much to think about. Okay. Been a very long meandering sign off, but yeah, goodbye for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.